I'm on day 8 of the 30-day challenge with the LG Optimus G Pro, and there's already a lot I'm seeing about this device that differentiates itself from the Galaxy Note 2, the Galaxy S4, and the HTC One. I'm Aaron Baker from PhoneDog.com, and if you like personalization and something that's a little bit different, this could be the device for you. It's the day 8 challenge update. Let's see what I found out. Day 8 with the LG Optimus G Pro, and to be honest with you, I see a lot of people talking about this device in comparison to the Samsung Galaxy Note 2, and that's understandable because from a design perspective, this device is very similar. It's packing a 5.5-inch HD display, though this one is 1080p. It's got very similar specifications and a very similar look and feel, so from a phablet perspective, it makes sense that you'd compare it to Samsung's large device. But you know, a lot of people look at this and say LG doesn't have the software benefits that Samsung has, and to an extent, that may be true. They've made huge progress all around in their user interface since we saw it in 2010, 2011, and you have stuff like Q-Slide applications, but I kind of want to run through this because I'm seeing this on Twitter a lot where people are like, this doesn't compare to the Note 2 because it's missing some of the software stuff, and some of that's true, but I want to show you what it does have, and a couple of those are shown off in the settings. For example, here when I'm in home screen, you can see scroll screen circularly, portrait view only, set wallpaper, all the typical stuff you would expect, but you've got some lock screen goodies here as well, and I can customize this device and make it my own. So for example, select the screen lock, I can make it swipe as you would expect, none, all the typical stuff that you get from an Android device, but I've got my clocks and shortcuts here as well. So I can customize the lock screen, I can customize the shortcuts at the bottom of the lock screen, then I can do a change in screen effect too. You're seeing dewdrop right here. I can change it, for example, to a ripple, which when I turn it off and back on, you'll see my lock screen, and then it's a ripple effect as opposed to another effect that was an option there in the thing. To be totally honest with you, I'm forgetting which ones were there in the little settings. Ripple, spreading ink, dewdrop, white hole, etc. So you got a couple of different options there, and you have that menu as well. I can come back out here and I can see home screen, and I can see screen swipe effect. I have it set to carousel right now, but you can change it to panorama, for example, or accordion, where when I'm on accordion, let's say, it swipes a little bit differently. As you can see there, the animation is different as you move back and forth. You've got a bunch of different wallpaper options as well. So my point is, it's got a lot of the settings, similar settings I should say, as the Galaxy Note 2. You've got smart screen here where I can keep the screen on. When I'm looking at the screen, I have auto rotation I can turn on and off. This is a particularly cool one that I find really useful, and I like more and more as I use this device. The front touch key light, I can change this home button LED, and I can light it up for when my alarm's going off, when my calendar is going off. For example, you see it light up there. Downloading applications, the alarm one, as you can see, it's lighting up right there. I'll turn it so you can see it in the camera. Missed events, and I can select events where it lights up. So for example, I don't have it for voicemail or email, but I have it for messaging and for missed calls. So that lights up whenever I have a text message or a missed phone call, and I can turn that on or off. So it does have its own customized options that make this device a little bit more personable for you, including Q-Slide applications. Now from a productivity standpoint, it does lag a little bit behind, and I shouldn't say lag because that's not the right word. It lacks, I should say, some of the customization options that Samsung, the S Pen has, the Galaxy Note 2 has. But you can see here in the Q-Slide applications, for example, and I showed this off in the beginning, I have the option to go into Notepad, for example, and type my notes on my keyboard, and I can change the transparency level of this if I want to, so I can move around and it's still there. It's just a little bit more transparent where I can see behind the individual note. So I've got that. I can go into Calculator, for example, and open it up as well, and I can move that around on the screen and change it around, and I can do that and use my calculator and my notepad on the fly. So you've got some very similar options is my point. Another one you see from the Galaxy S4 that's actually brought over, it's not on the Galaxy Note 2, but it is over on the Optimus G Pro, quick remote. So you have that IR blaster up at the top. You can use this as a quick remote. Put it in the living room, for example. I can set up my TV, and I can go down and see, let's say, Toshiba, which is what we use in the gym. Toshiba. I haven't actually set it up yet in the gym. Toshiba, there we go. And it'll give me the options like you've seen on the HTC One and the Galaxy S4. So my point with this video is the fact that, you know what, a lot of people are kind of dinging this and saying, hey, it's a great device, it's super fast. I've shown off how quick this device is in day-to-day performance. No lag whatsoever, very speedy, and it's got some nice personalization touches as well, including one I'm about to show you in just a second with messaging. I'm going to send a test text message from my demo phone here, and the number is going to pop up. Again, this is just a demo phone. This is not my actual phone number. But you can see, boom, that popped up. And so I've got this shortcut here where I can reply directly from the text bubble as opposed to having to go into messaging and then manually type the response. I can just come right here and say, hey, I can send it, and it goes right away. So it does have some great customization options, even some that the Note 2, the Galaxy S4, and the HTC One don't have. Keep it locked on PhoneDog.com. Hit me up on Twitter, PhoneDog_Aaron, with what you want to see covered in this 30-day challenge of the LG Optimus G Pro. We'll have extensive videos talking about the camera, the wireless connectivity, the speed, and more. And I'll be answering your questions all throughout the 30-day challenge. So let me know at PhoneDog_Aaron on Twitter. Thanks for watching. Keep it locked right here for more on LG's phablet device, the Optimus G Pro. I'll see you next time.